Hello lads and ladies, you're watching Football Daily, and yes, it's that time of the week again, it's transfer talk. With the transfer window shutting on Friday in Italy, and at the end of the month in France, Germany and Spain, there is still plenty of gossip to get our teeth stuck into. If you hear any rumours yourself, though, remember to tweet them in. To do so, make sure you're following us on Twitter and tweet #TransferTalk to me at DoogieFFTD or the Football Daily account. Also, as ever, make sure you like and subscribe. As soon as Thomas Tuchel took over at PSG in mid-May, he made clear that he wasn't convinced by the club's current roster of fullbacks. This spelt bad news for Dani Alves, Meunier and Kurzawa, but until now he hasn't really made any inroads. But now the Mirror reporting that the Spurs left-back Danny Rose, who was linked with a move to Schalke last week, could be open to a move to Paris. The 23-capped Englishman has fallen out of favour with Pochettino since questioning the club's ambition and signings in August 2017, and Ben Davies is a clear favourite of the Argentine. Poch is open to offers for the 28-year-old, who has scored 8 league goals and provided 13 assists in 118 Premier League appearances for the Lilywhites. But his £50 million valuation may scupper any potential move this window. But one player Tuchel seems to have got in the door is 21-year-old Schalke defender Thilo Kehrer. Dinapen sporting director Christian Heidel said that the transfer was on the verge of being completed, explaining that we have basically agreed a contract with Paris. The transfer will have economic significance that Schalke cannot refuse. Kehrer, who is capable of playing in the centre or on the right side of defence, has made 44 Bundesliga appearances for the club since breaking to the first team in the 16-17 season. He was very impressive last campaign, scoring 3 goals in 28 league games and averaging a monster 4.2 tackles and interceptions per game. With Tuchel seemingly keen to play 5 at the back, Kehrer seems like a very talented and necessary addition. Danny Rose isn't the only World Cup semi-finalist to be potentially leaving these shores this month, with the Daily Telegraph reporting that Schalke are eyeing up a loan move for Chelsea's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But the Telegraph claim that this move is incredibly unlikely. Yes, the Blues have signed 24-year-old Real Madrid midfielder Mateo Kovacic on loan until the end of the season, increasing competition in midfield, but Bakayoko is close to completing a loan move to AC Milan, and Loftus-Cheek is keen to stay and fight for his place. With Fabregas still out with a knee injury, it seems that Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic and Barkley, who surprisingly started the opening game against Huddersfield, will be vying for that third midfield slot alongside Kante and Jorginho over the next few weeks. You can see why Schalke boss Tedesco would be keen on this move. Despite finishing second last season, Schalke only fired off 11.9 shots per game, the 11th best in the league. And with Goretzka and Meyer leaving this summer, they are in desperate need of some creativity. But Chelsea hold all the cards with this move. Their 22-year-old academy graduate still has 3 years remaining on his current contract, and they are reluctant to sell a homegrown player who not only has enormous potential but is capable of playing in multiple positions. This move simply isn't happening. Now we take a journey from London to southern Spain with a continuation of a story that has rumbled on all summer. Sevilla's Steven Nzonzi was linked with Arsenal throughout the last few months, without anything coming to fruition. With a potential move to England now off the table, the 29-year-old central midfielder is still looking for a move. France Football have carried quotes from Los Rojiblancos sporting director Joaquin Caparros, saying, Nzonzi wants to leave, but he knows he still has 2 years of contract with us. Nzonzi, fresh off the back of a World Cup triumph with his country, is desperate to move on, and it appears the main interest is coming from PSG, Monaco and Roma. PSG failed in a last-minute bid to sign Nzonzi last summer, Monaco have lost Fabinho and João Moutinho this summer, but a move to Roma seems almost inevitable. Monchi is keen to sign the player who he knows well from his time at Sevilla, and Gazzetta dello Sport claim he is close to signing a 4-year deal of around £60,000 per week. Eusebio Di Francesco is keen to sign a replacement for Nainggolan. And watch out, this move could even be completed by the time this video goes live.
Congratulations on making it halfway, but if you're losing interest at this point, head over to Continental Club, where we're discussing the hottest topics in European football.
22-year-old French forward Anthony Martial isn't having the best time of it at the moment. Despite having been involved in 0.5 goals per game in the 3 seasons since his transfer from Monaco in August 2015, and having recently become a parent for the second time, his future at Man United hangs by a thread. Last season, Jose Mourinho handed the 18-capped international only 18 Premier League starts, and regularly privately and publicly criticised him despite Martial scoring 9 league goals and providing 4 assists in his limited minutes. Now, Italian newspaper La Repubblica claim that AC Milan are considering a bid prior to Italy's Friday 8 PM deadline. This makes perfect sense for the Rossoneri. Champions Juventus scored 30 more league goals than them, and 4th place Inter 10 more, with only Andre Silva and Patrick Cutrone scoring over 10 in all competitions. Although the signing of Gonzalo Higuain will go some way to fix that, more goals wouldn't go amiss. But as far as we're concerned, there is no chance United would be stupid enough to accept a bid with the club now unable to sign a replacement. I'm sorry, Anthony, but you're certainly staying with Jose. It now seems inevitable that Sergei Milinkovic-Savic will be leaving Lazio before the window closes. Goal report that Real Madrid are now the only realistic destination, but their bid for the 23-year-old hinges on whether or not they decide to sell Luka Modric. Milinkovic-Savic is keen to join a Champions League contender, and a €110 million fee has been reported by Calcio Mercato, who also claim that AC Milan are interested in the player. Capable of playing as a central midfielder or as a number 10, the Serbian, who has been involved in 0.4 goals per Serie A game over the last 2 seasons, would be a great addition to the Real Madrid squad. But having finished 17 points behind Barcelona last season, and with only one high-profile arrival in Courtois, Real Madrid could really do with some serious investment. Throw in the loss of 5-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's clear that Florentino Perez has a massive 16 days on his hands, irrespective of Milinkovic-Savic's possible arrival. But we want to hear from you. Who do you think Los Blancos should sign? Let us know in the comments below. Right now we've got an update on the Modric situation. The 32-year-old's agent Marco Nellatellic has been speaking to Tuttosport and said Modric wants to be a star in Serie A with Inter. I believe that sooner or later Luka will play in Italy. Like a lot of Croatians of his age, he grew up watching Italian football. But Sky Sport Italia claim that Real Madrid are still reluctant to lose the 4-time Champions League winner who also won the Golden Ball this summer, and Perez won't countenance a deal whatever the price. DiMarzio claimed though that Inter haven't given up hope of signing the playmaker, who has won 14 trophies since his transfer from Spurs in August 2012, and will work up until the deadline to get the deal done. They make it clear that Modric is keen to sample a new experience in Italy, but being the consummate professional, he won't throw his toys out of the pram. This one seems a long shot this window, but it seems inevitable that Modric will be plying his trade in Italy before too long. But we want to hear from you. Do you think this move could happen? Vote in the poll above.
Congratulations, you've reached the end of the video. Your reward, the face of the poshest man in Football Daily. For more great content, why don't you click in this box here, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.